10,000 pre-orders in exactly 48 hours, and get this, it's for a vehicle from a brand that the automotive world had practically written off as completely dead. We're looking at the astonishing resurrection of an absolute icon. This is the Freelander phenomenon, totally reborn, re-engineered, and launching like a rocket over in China.
Yeah, 10,000. That is the sheer volume of orders the newly minted Freelander 8 secured in just 2 days after opening up its reservations. It's a shocking reality check that caught the entire automotive industry completely off guard. You know, the original Freelander was basically abandoned, just a casualty of Land Rover's modern restructuring. But this wild, unprecedented success, it proves that ditching the name might have been way premature. And the real secret to this explosive comeback wasn't found in Britain, but thousands of miles away.
Section 1. The British-Chinese Joint Venture.
So, the crucial point is how shifting the main stage from Europe to China actually made all of this possible. It's a brilliant setup. On one side, Jaguar Land Rover brings the undeniable style, the squared-off aesthetic, and that deep brand heritage that consumers just crave. Meanwhile, Chery supplies the cutting-edge technical architecture and the massive manufacturing muscle of a joint venture platform. Basically, Jaguar Land Rover brings the soul, and Chery builds the skeleton.
This beautifully illustrates a proven formula that we've actually seen work wonders recently. It's the exact same playbook adopted when Mercedes-Benz partnered with Geely to revive the smart car brand. You take the immense charm and recognition of a legacy European nameplate, and you turbocharge it with highly efficient, advanced Chinese electric vehicle architecture. The goal is simple but incredibly effective. Use a nostalgic badge to sell a brand new, globally targeted electric SUV. Section 2. Under the hood, monster specs. And wow, this vehicle commands some serious space. At over 5.1 meters long, stretching past 2 meters wide, with a wheelbase exceeding 3 meters, this is definitely not a compact city crawler. It has these highly squared, clean surfaces and a vertical front end that deliberately channels classic Land Rover DNA, even without officially wearing the modern Land Rover badge. It's imposing, it's massive, and it's totally undeniable on the road. But underneath that massive, heritage-inspired exterior lies the completely modern IMAX platform. Make no mistake, this isn't just a retrofitted chassis. This is a state-of-the-art 800-volt architecture. That means it's built for ultra-fast charging times and incredible energy efficiency. Plus, it's super versatile, specifically developed to host full electric setups, plug-in hybrids, and even range extender powertrains. It is future-proofed from the ground up to handle serious energy demands. Okay, let's dive into this because the specs are absolutely monstrous. The initial configuration pairs a 1.5-liter turbo-petrol engine with 2 powerful electric motors. It draws energy from a massive 60.3 kilowatt-hour Cat-L battery, which on its own guarantees around 300 kilometers of pure electric range. But the standout metric here? 829 total horsepower. In a heavy SUV of this size, that allows it to rocket from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 4.6 seconds. That is literal supercar acceleration packed into a family-sized luxury fortress.
Section 3. Minimalist but tech-heavy interior.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer scale of digital firepower inside this cabin. It is remarkable. The dashboard is entirely dominated by a 46.3-inch 8K panoramic display. That is nearly 1.2 meters wide, spanning directly in front of the driver, and it's accompanied by an additional 15.6-inch central screen. To run all of this flawlessly, it uses the top-tier Qualcomm Snapdragon 839 processor. And for driving assistance, they've integrated Huawei's CanCun ADS-5 platform. This is the absolute bleeding edge of Chinese consumer technology, seamlessly blended into a sleek, minimalist environment.
Section 4. Global rollout and pricing.
Zooming out to the broader strategy, the ambition over the next 5 years is just staggering. This Reborn brand plans to launch 6 completely new, different models. They're aggressively targeting over 90 countries worldwide, with plans to build out a massive commercial network of roughly 1,100 sales points. They're scaling up with an intensity that legacy automakers are absolutely going to find highly competitive. Let's move to the timeline and see how this builds. The debut is happening right now in China, but the phased global release is highly strategic. The immediate next step is the lucrative Middle Eastern market. Looking further down the timeline, Europe is squarely in their crosshairs for 2027 and 2028. And crucially, when they do hit the European market, expect to see more compact variants that are specifically adapted to the tighter roads and consumer demands of the continent. So what's this going to cost? In the Chinese domestic market,
It launches with a highly aggressive starting price of roughly 339,900 yuan, which is about 43,000 euros. That's a tremendous value for an 800-plus horsepower luxury SUV. If and when it arrives in European latitudes, that price is expected to bump up to a window of about 45,000 to 50,000 euros. That increase is just a natural reality of international logistics, factoring in transport costs, strict European homologations, and local taxation. Yet, even at 50,000 euros, it has the potential to seriously disrupt the legacy luxury SUV market.
Which brings us to the ultimate question. Can a reborn classic actually conquer Europe? In just 48 hours, a brand everyone thought was buried in the past has demonstrated truly terrifying potential. By marrying a trusted British identity with unparalleled Chinese manufacturing speed and technology, they haven't just resurrected a car, they've created an entirely new formula for automotive market entry. If you're a legacy automaker right now, you should be taking very, very detailed notes.